Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Welcome back to the channel. I thought today it would be fun to decorate some postcards. And this is a postcard digital kit that I have from Rachel at Roxy Creations. And I thought I would just show you quickly how I put this, how I back these. So I print mine on, I have an Epson Eco Tank, and I print mine on it's 24 pound. It's a photo quality paper, so it's a nice quality, so it gives you a good color. Now I apologize, you're going to see some shadows. It's morning time, but it's very dark here. It's going to be a rainy day. So I back them on coffee stain paper, and I have some of this extra legal size paper here, and I thought I might as well use some of that up because I'm not using it as much. I already have some cut out, but I just thought I would show you what I do. So I can see from behind, and I think you can on screen, the image of the postcard. So I'm just going to glue right on here. So I apologize for just abruptly jumping in. I'm always aware of my time limit, so I want to make sure I get everything in that I want to cover. I mean, this is pretty easy project for sure, and it's just fun. So I'm just going to set that down, and if you want, if you have a scraper, this is one I got from Veronica at Triple V Vintage, then it's great to do that. And then, yeah, I was saying I cut it in half before I put glue on the page for a couple of reasons. The main reason is the art glitter glue dries so quickly that I want to be able to get it down before it gets all lumpy. Because if it dries, then you're going to have a bit of texture. And the second reason is it's a lot easier to maneuver half a page than it is to maneuver the full page with glue, putting glue on and whatnot. So that's all I do, and then I cut them out. And I use my my large cutter, sorry, my Tim Holtz guillotine cutter. So I have 8 of them here, and you can see it gives it a really nice thickness. It's not so thick that you couldn't, you know, use quite a few in your journal. So what I thought would be fun is to play with, I have these birds that I've fussy cut, and these are from Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journals, and I've cut the medium-sized birds, which I think are called the small birds on the in the kit, because then she has some minis. And these are some of the flowers that I've been having fun playing with as well. And I don't know, and I still haven't heard from anyone, or I haven't seen it anyway, saying that they know who made them. So I just want to decorate these up a little bit, and I don't know if they're going to be used as journal cards yet, or if they're going to be used as tuck spots. Why don't I come in a little tiny bit? You'll see a little bit better. But I did think it would be fun. I've got these tickets, and I think these 2 are from Took's Craft Table. And then I have these Tim Holtz ones that I've been holding on to for a while. And I thought, you know what, those would be kind of fun to use on here as well. So I thought, why not? Let's give it a whirl. So I'll just pull those apart, and we'll see how many of these we can get decorated. Oh, I see. You can, there's 2 bits to come off there. That's not to say you couldn't leave that on, but I do like seeing that little indent there, that little bit. So we'll take those off. Right on. Okay. So this is the first one, and I automatically gravitated to this flower. And we could put one of these behind it. So it's just a matter of where we might want it. So do we want something like that? Do we want it here at the side and have this come over like that? I think I like it like that on this one, so I'm going to give it a whirl. Oh, and look, you could have cut this down even more. So, very cool. So how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. We're all doing great. I'm actually filming this on my anniversary, and my husband, as he likes to call himself, Mr. Journal Adventure, which brings me joy. I want to see that hole. Is upstairs making a meal for supper. It's early in the day, like I said, but he is making elements to have high tea, which is a very British thing. And there's no question I'm an Anglophile. My husband often says I'm more British than he is. He was born in England, but I love all of the British shows. I'm a big fan. So he's doing high tea, which is one of our favorite things. We've only been together to England once, but one of these days we're going to get back there. And isn't that cute? I mean, it's quite simple. You could add another, if you want it, you could add another stamp. Let me just pull some of these stamps out and see if there's anything that grabs us. Let's just set them up here. And you could, I love this, this old stamp, but you could put, oh my goodness, that's lovely. So I'm going to put this stamp that says Bermuda on here. And I do have the little rubber stamps to make the postal images, and I'll do that later, but I could not find it before doing the video. So that's the first one. Could be a journal card. We could put a little notch here. It could be a pocket. And I'm going to wait and see how I'll use it after when I know what journal it's going into. So let's do a bird this time. I just love this bird. I think this bird is a stunner. And if I'm going to put that bird on there, I am going to trim. I'm going to do some pruning and just trim it here like that. Okay. And so, do we want, I've got this big pink one. I thought about that teal one, but it's just, it might be a little too on the nose, like it's just like that color. So maybe we want a pink one. Yeah, I think I do. Of course, we can change that color, can't we, if we put another stamp on. So, just put this down here. I'm trying to think if I have any fun grandchildren's stories. The girls are coming over this week, and we're going to make, we're going to do something for their mom for Mother's Day. We do that every year where we get together and we think of something for their mom. And I'll probably at the same time make something for William's mom, but he's just too young to. I mean, we can do something together, he and I, and the girls too. But he won't be able to do the kind of project that I have in mind for them. So I'm just going to set that there. It's stuck to my finger where I know that's straight. There we go. And there is our bird. Really, really cute. This is a great way to get a bunch of things done. Let's see if any of these are speaking to us. Pardon me. I could set this up here. Yeah, I think I need something, pardon me, more substantial than what's there. So I'll set this up there. Beautiful flower. So there we go. And that's our second one done. Very quick and simple, okay? And we're going to just move on. I'm just going to grab and go. Okay. Got this. And I've got this flower right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I want it there and have the flower there. Yeah, I think so. So we'll set that down there. So yeah, I'm thinking about, I bought some pillow forms, and I think I've had them a while, and I think they're from IKEA, and I have some beautiful Indian block stamps, wood block stamps, and I thought that if the girls were up to it, they could each stamp a pillow cover. Their parents just recently bought a new sofa for the living room or the family room, and I think they might find that fun to do. So I like doing something that I don't have to, that I don't supervise too much. I don't want them, I mean, I'll supervise in terms of providing coaching or guidance, but I don't want to say no a lot, if you know what I'm saying, when they're making. I want them to choose what they want to use, etc., within the limitation of what I have on hand. So I think that's pretty there. So yes, based on that, I don't want to be like saying, oh no, here, put it here, because I don't want to thwart their creativity. I want them to do them. So, and there's that one. Like I said, you could put a little bit more on if you wanted, but I think these are pretty nice as is. So I'm just checking the time. We're good. I like this one. Maybe here. I'm staying away from this side for decorating because I like to see a stamp. This is a sweet, sweet bird. So why don't we do that? We'll put this one down here, and then we'll add that bird from Tracy's kit. It's her most recent bird fussy cut kit that I cut out this time. I think I have all of her digitals. They're just stunning. So, and I hope the lighting isn't too dark for you guys. So I'm making plans for the summer. I'm going to be making less. I'll still have some videos and whatnot, but I'm going to be making less journals this summer. I'm made a commitment for July and August to do more of my painting, and I just need to do that. I need to give myself that space to do it. I think I'm going to leave this one as is. Isn't that gorgeous? Really love her. Okay, so I'm giving myself space to do that. Oh, you know what? The other thing we could do, just a second. Get my quarter rounder out. I always have a hard time opening this thing. I should have done it beforehand because I ended up, I'm sure I looked like a goof trying to do it. Ah, there we go. So this is the 1/4 inch. So I'm just thinking we just do these corners, which I think is a great thing to do for a postcard in particular. Isn't that, I think that improves it. Sorry about it. Was I right in your face? I apologize. So we'll just go here. I've had lots of new subscribers. I'm so excited about that. Thank you all. I mean, I adore you all, especially you, those of you who've been with me from the beginning, and there's a lot of you. So thank you so much for that. But I think it's from the collaboration with Rach and Bella, the Show Some Style, JJ23, and I'm so thrilled by that. So welcome to all of you. I hope you enjoy what we do on the channel. So yeah, that makes a big difference on those. So we'll move those aside, and let's get started with this guy. Okay, well, we know we're going to put a stamp on this one, that's for sure. I think I'll use this green somewhere. And, oh, I love this. little rose image. Love it. So could put that there, or do we want to do this? I love seeing that 5.5 and then just bring that over. I think that's what I want to do. And that doesn't have to go right to the edge, so we're just going to go like so. So yes, that's super exciting. It was a really fun collaboration. You know, I kept thinking afterwards, Rachel, I kept thinking I should have tried that steampunk. I just didn't think I had a lot of stuff available. But then I watched Carol Laws, and I love I love all things Carol Laws, but she did such a great job with it. So one of these days, I'm going to get brave and just do a video doing something with steampunk. I think I have some appropriate Tim Holtz supplies for that, so I just think that might be kind of fun to do. Look, it's just worth a try, you know. It's an aesthetic I love. I love it, and I would happily own a steampunk journal. I just have never made one. So there's our pruning. Okay, so let's see. Is there one of the, oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, that's just lovely. So that's going to go on here with this one. So have any of you done steampunk? Like I said, it's not something I've ever tried. I do think it's gorgeous and fascinating. I love the mechanical element of it. I think that is really, really cool. Okay, so let's see. Get this one. Time for another. I seem to be doing flower and then bird and then flower and then bird, and that's fine. So we could do that like so. And maybe we could decide, do we want to change that that stamp? I'm fascinated by that. Why don't we put the stamp down first, and then that way his little beak may come over it. That's planning ahead. I do some planning ahead. I've you know, but I don't know. My crafting is about doing things that I enjoy. So sometimes it's just nice to do and not think too much about it. I like to have some things prepared in terms of what I'm going to do, you know, in terms of having fussy cuts. But these fussy cuts, quite honestly, I did in the last couple of days just because I knew I was low, not because I was thinking about postcards. So, yeah, you just, I think I want him to just kind of come that way, and his little beak hit the stamp. Just relates everything on the page really well. So yeah, Hubs is doing high tea. So we will have tea or maybe wine. Wink, wink. And what else? He's making scones, and he's making, I think, a blueberry compote for the scones. He loves the challenge of cooking now that he's retired. Isn't that lovely? Oh, okay, just a sec. Fridge. And he's making egg salad sandwiches, and he's going to make a caprese sandwich. He bought baguette to do that, and so caprese sandwich has pesto, mozzarella, and tomato. So isn't that pretty? We don't. We're vegetarian, and often we're actually vegan. We vegan as much as we can, but that's not always possible. So we sometimes, lately, we often eat vegetarian. So I need it to have a little bit more dairy in my diet. So I'm just going to do this one lengthwise. Why not? And so we're having cheese more often, and every now and again I have egg. So other than that, that really does make us vegetarian. We lived as full vegans for about 9 years, and now we've just recently switched to vegetarian just because I had some other dietary needs according to recent blood tests. So it's all good. We're healthy. Nothing to complain about. So yes, he's making those kinds of sandwiches. That's probably more about me than you really ever needed or wanted to know. And what else? He picked up our favorite vegan cake at a bakery. So that's going to be lovely. And he also picked up some little mousses, chocolate mousse, mousses. And so those will be, oh gosh, that's pretty. Is that pretty? Wonder, is it too big? So he's picked that up. Yeah, I think this is better. That other one was too big. You know, we could put the stamp over here. Yes, I'm doing that. What the heck? So there's these little mousse, kind of like petit four mousses, like little tiny. Doesn't this all sound really fancy? Now, I'm not going to eat all this today or this evening, but I mean, it's. I think we're starting at 4 p.m. and we're just going to have a little bit, and some tea, and then we'll have something a little bit later. But I mean, they're just going to be little tiny sandwiches. Who am I kidding? I'm going to eat them all. Who am I kidding? I am going to eat them all, seriously. So I am excited about this. This is really sweet. It's a really sweet gesture. Yeah, I definitely am going to stamp all of these, and when I find that stamp, I'm going to do it. I promise. So we have, now it's time for another bird. Oh my gosh. Stop. This is just gorgeous. This bird is gorgeous. Yeah, and I think I do want this in this sort of linear way. Oh my goodness, that's so lovely. Okay. So, yes, I will be doing extra cardio tomorrow for sure. I do low impact cardio primarily because I have an ongoing knee and hip issue, not just arthritis, but also dislocations and things like that I've had in the past. And so I have to be very cautious about high impact. Although I have to say that's what I really want to do. I want to be able to do high impact because I know for me that's a better avenue for weight control and whatnot. But what do you do, right? What do you do? I could put this here, but I have to say I'm loving that. So I'm going to keep that as is. And gosh, guys, we have finished that quickly. So this is a We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder. You can do a 1/2 inch or you can do a, this is a 1/4 inch. Let me see if I can show you what a 1/2 inch would look like. So this is a 1/4 inch right there, and this is the 1/2 inch. They're not cheap. So you can see there's quite a difference. You lose a little bit more of your real estate. They're not cheap, but I have to say for the amount of things that I make, it's been worth it for me. Okay, so these are our lovely little cards, and I am loving them. So there's our bird. We're going to separate the birds from the florals, so hopefully you can see these. Move this stuff out of the way so I have a little more space. And there we go. Okay, and then this is another of the birds. Super cute. Okay, so this one, I said it like that, but this meant to go like this. But you know what? You could still get away with putting it like that if you want it. But it goes like this. This is another. Oh, I didn't quarter round this one. Got away from me. Oh, and look, I'm using the 1/2 inch on this one. And that's fine. Let's just see. You can see the difference in how much is taken off. See the difference? But it still looks fantastic. So there you go. And then there's that one. I love this. I love that color back there. And then there's this beautiful one. I think that was the first one we did. And there's this bird. And then there's this card. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching me. Thanks for helping me make postcards for my stash. And I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.